Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Merry Christmas, everybody. All the ingredients seem to be coming together for a major blizzard here in southern New England. Let's show you live Pinpoint Doppler 12. Nothing really to see yet. The storm well off to our south, and notice that patch of blue up in northern Connecticut. That is not actually reaching the ground of snow. A flake or two is possible overnight, but it's a mostly dry evening. In terms of what to expect for tomorrow, from 8 o'clock in the morning to noon, some light snow possible, nothing major. From noon to 5 o'clock, that's when the snow starts to pick up. In fact, it's possible that an inch or two of snow is on the ground by 5 o'clock. But it's 8 o'clock through the overnight hours where the snow really starts to get cranking. The wind will also be going as well with some gusts up to 60 miles an hour possible. Also, that blizzard warning stays in effect all the way through 6 o'clock on Monday evening with some blowing snow being a concern. All right, here's the track of the storm, and where the storm sets up plays a huge role in determining how much snow we get. Right now, the track of the storm is, to put it, just offshore from Nantucket. We stay on the cold side of it, the snowy side. But notice there is some rain on the southern side of the center of low pressure. And I think the rain at least makes it to the Cape, possibly to the southeastern shore of Rhode Island towards Little Compton. And if the track changes a little bit, perhaps pushes a little further to the west, that would have a dramatic effect on our snowfall accumulations. We may have to decrease those. Make sure you tune in tomorrow morning. I'll have another update. Right now, it's 28 degrees in Providence. Winds are out of the northeast at 6 miles an hour. Currently 28 in New Bedford. Taunton, 24 degrees. We're 27 in Smithfield and 29 in Westerly. Notice some snow already pushing towards places like D.C., but this is not even the center of the storm. The center, or at least the energy from the storm, is well down to our south. I will highlight it right here. It's just offshore from Florida. This still has to swing up. It will park itself just next to us by tomorrow night. And that's when the snow and the wind really start to get going. We can take you hour by hour on our timeline. Notice nothing really going on overnight. Tomorrow morning, right around 8 o'clock, some light snow is possible, represented here by the light shades of blue. Into early tomorrow afternoon to tomorrow evening, that's where the snow starts to pick up, represented by the darker blue. Now watch what happens as I go to 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday. Some of these colors are showing up like green, yellow, and pink. That's a sign that this particular model wants to mix in some sleet and rain. I'm not completely buying this. I mean, I think we'll get a little bit of mixing out towards eastern Massachusetts, the Cape, possibly out towards Little Compton, Newport, but I think it's still mostly snow here in Providence. But the potential of some mixing still there. And you can see by Monday morning, the snow's still going with some snow flying in Rhode Island. Overnight tonight, fairly quiet, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures falling through the 20s. Tomorrow afternoon, we start out with the light snow, and then it picks up in intensity by about 4 or 5 o'clock. Tomorrow night, this is the worst of the storm. The blizzard conditions, the whiteout, the time you really don't want to be on the roads. Temperatures in the upper 20s. A lot of those roads will be completely snow-covered by that point. And here's the grand finale here, the map that everybody wants to see. Northwestern Rhode Island, 15 to 20 inches. The Providence metro area, including the East Bay, West Bay, up through Attleboro, 10 to 15 inches. And right down here towards Newport, Little Compton, I have 6 to 10 inches of snow because I think mixing to rain is a little more likely there. And then 1 to 6 on the Cape. I realize that's a pretty big range. Once you get east of the Cape Cod Canal, I think very little in the way of accumulation. But by tomorrow morning, I may have to move some of these lines around. It's possible I have to push them further to the west, which would limit some of our accumulations. But I'll tell you what, in western and northern Rhode Island, some isolated areas could get close to 2 feet of snow. So the wind and the snow will be going tomorrow evening into Monday morning. Monday afternoon, the snow will shut off, but blowing and drifting snow could still be an issue. So stay tuned here. We'll continue to update you on this weather situation.
Thanks so much, Pete.
Yep.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 11, the Providence College